Happy Sunday, everybody. I am from CrateInsider.com, and I'm sitting here today with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines, my co-host for Unsealed. And
Take two.
Take two. Man, between the heat and the technical difficulties, and here, you know what I was talking about before we had this, I don't know, absolute, like...
It all went sideways there for a minute.
It did. And here's the part about it, is I was talking about how yesterday was the most joyful day I'd had in 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
And now we're having like technical difficulties because it's 20 degrees out here.
Well, hey, you know what? We've solved some. We've solved some of them. I'm gonna make sure we're live. So here's what happened.
We're live because we got like 21 people on. So
there we go.
Now we know we're live.
Yeah, it wasn't working earlier, so now I gotta shut down some stuff.
So you asked me before we like everything went south.
Well, we're just kind of starting from scratch here.
Well, but you asked me before. Yeah, so my buddy Christian Hanger, good customer of mine, Colton Jackson, they both won. And I was.
Can we repeat the question? The question was
who won, and I don't know 100% yet because I know Matt Long won too, but tag me in this stuff and I'll promote you on our page. So.
Yeah. Well, and you'll do that on Monday because that's really when.
Well, Monday's when I go back to work, but.
Yeah.
Get that over there, like some weird angle. There you go.
I know you're like super bright.
I know.
You're like extra white man right now.
It's all the white hair and the white boy forehead and everything else going on. Makes me look younger, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's always my secret. I use one of those ring lights because then it just pretty much like blasts my whole face, and it means there's no place for the shadows for the wrinkles that I have.
Well, let's get into the heart of this deal today in case we run into more technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, I've already put the ice bag on the phone so that it wouldn't.
So how was your week?
I have had, it's been ups and downs. I'll be real. I mean, it has been ups and downs. I have had a number of technical issues. Today is just a small part of just overcoming technical difficulties. I can't even remember what it was. I mean, just stuff happens so often. Oh, I know. It was like no Wi-Fi, and it was one thing after another.
Had issues, yeah.
Yeah, I have issues, but they're issues that I'm just going to keep hitting them with a sledgehammer until I find them. But yesterday was a really joyful day. People were happy at the farmer's market and at a restaurant we went to, and going to the track last night, seeing people like living with their purpose. It was like it's a whole new world, and I know it's a new world in a whole lot of other respects. But truthfully, I don't even have time for it anymore.
Right.
I'm over it. So we can jump in to some. I even got some questions before we even got started.
Okay, let's go.
Beforehand.
Let's start. We'll just fire this shit right up.
Wow. Okay. Here's one. Right here from Darren. Darren is actually in Alaska right now because he and I are buddies on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And he says, "Hey, did you ever race at Baylands Raceway? I used to go there sometimes with Dave Bradway Jr."
I did actually. I actually won the last ever dirt late model race at Baylands Raceway Park. And then, of course, we went there every Sunday for years with Ray Morgan, which is a guy my dad built motors for, a long time ago. We were there every Sunday because there was the only racetrack that raced on Sunday was Baylands Raceway Park in Fremont. And then, of course, my parents raced there forever on the drag strip.
Gotcha.
So.
All right. Tim asks, Steve, where can I hook up oil temperature sensor on a CT525?
Honestly, don't waste your time because their oil temperature is not that crazy. Matter of fact, there's really no cooling issues with those as far as oil or water. If you had to hook one up, you've got to go through that side plug on the driver's side kickout, and it's about, what is it, a half-inch pipe plug, I think. So you have to go through there.
Okay, so basically, the end of the day, don't bother.
I don't look at oil temperature, honestly, on any crate engine because it's always out of sight. Or, 604, 602s are. 525s, they're usually within 20 to 40 degrees of what your water temperature is. So, not something I normally worry about.
Gotcha.
And I've never seen an oil temperature related failure on a 525. If you're using a quality oil.
Great. All right, I got some rapid fire stuff here for you.
All right, let's go.
All right. If you run a Willys carb setup with a Super Bowl setup for pump gas, can you run a fuel like CHP without changing anything?
System-wise, you don't have to change anything. Jetting-wise and everything else you do. Because between pump gas and CHP, it's a totally different world. So if you've got that entire setup and you bought it through Willie, I would contact Willie and ask what needs to be changed. You may have to have your carburetor sent back to him in order to make that change.
And I'm going to second that to say, even if you bought it from me, it's still coming straight from Willie, and you can call Willie directly about that.
Just call and talk to Willie. I mean, he's
or
like
any of the guys.
He's like one of the coolest. He's like a Jim Burnhouse with laser chassis. He's one of the easiest guys in the world to deal with. He'll sit there on the phone, talk to you, however long it takes to solve your problem, he'll solve it for you.
But he also has a great team. So Larry and Will and all the guys are
Larry,
incredibly
Will,
knowledgeable. Those guys have been there for
everybody.
years and years and years. So definitely any of the guys.
Yeah.
All right, next up. When running a temperature gauge, what's the best mounting spot? Side of engine block or top of the thermostat housing?
Top of the thermostat housing. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, right out of there. I mean, that's where we would run. That's where we run all of our temp gauges.
Great.
As a matter of fact, like that Joe's.
The intake manifold waterline kit that we sell.
Or that.
Or the Thermos spacer, we call it.
Thermos spacer that he has, yeah. That's what I'd use that. Because it comes right out of there, and that's where you want to read your water temperature.
Now, with that Thermos spacer working a 602, I know we always sell it for a 604.
No, it absolutely works on a 602. There's no problem.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Great. Good to know.
Now, the waterline kit doesn't, because it's
Right.
a totally different engine.
But I sell them all separate pieces anyway.
But the spacer does, yeah.
Great. All right, next up is the fast distributor system plug and play with a fast brand ignition box and coil.
It is 100% plug and play. Yep, no doubt about it. That's one of the few systems out there that I mean, literally, you follow their directions and you're going racing. So.
You know, it has directions, which is mind-boggling to me.
That's the amazing part about it. It does. It actually has directions, and really, if you've only got a certain few components from the fast system, and I mean, they actually send directions on how to hook it up to MSD and everything else. So.
Yeah, they do.
It's a good deal.
All right, now this is a very important question today, right now,
Mm-hmm.
from Bill. Bill asks, "What's the drink of choice today?"
Again, basic bitch, ultra.
Okay, I'm going to share a little secret here. So, what I'm drinking, I am drinking a Bloody Mary, but we're going to call this Bloody Mary Liz style. So,
Oh yeah, our
yes,
friend
our
that works
bartender
at, yeah.
friend from the Copper Penny here in Rutherford, North Carolina.
By the way, I'm going to be wiping my forehead because I'm sweating like a pig.
Yeah, okay. Good talk.
Yeah,
Anyway, so sometimes a Bloody Mary, a lot of times we think of it as a breakfast drink, and it can be pretty heavy, especially in a day like today, which is something. Because, I mean, I'm wearing a tank top and something.
I can tell you exactly.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Oh,
Go ahead.
He'll know,
Continue with your
Mr.
talk.
Weather deal. So anyway, Bloody Mary can be pretty heavy. So the little trick here is this has a shot of vodka.
82.
Oh, it's 82. I said 80 something. It's right up there with my age, which is
Right.
40 something. Anyway, my Bloody Mary consists of a shot of vodka, and then the mix is half Zing Zang or whatever Bloody Mary mix you want with club soda. Well,
Yep.
I happen to have a soda stream, so I just make my own club soda.
The club soda completely
It changes it.
It changes the whole thing.
Yeah, and so
It's
it makes it
actually
way
brilliant.
more like, it makes it now, instead of being a much heavier drink, almost like a meal, instead it's far lighter, and you can just drink it as a beverage. It's really enjoyable.
Way lighter. I mean, you can actually drink it on a hot day. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you are now.
As I am now, yes, with my,
There you go.
I couldn't even wear a hat today because it's pretty hot, so I had to go with my visor. I'm getting
Yeah.
my hair done tomorrow.
Yeah,
you got yours.
You're gonna get rid of all that.
Stop,
all that
stop,
stuff right
stop, old man. Stop.
there? I did get old man this week.
You did.
Yeah.
Because you were
Yeah.
talking, oh my God, you were talking about, you're going to have to go by the store and get your Just for Men. And I said, well, yeah, because I don't want people thinking I'm dating some old man.
Well, no, I was like thinking of something completely different. But anyways, that's
I probably called you an old man for any number of reasons, but I am pot calling the kettle black on that one.
Well,
So yeah,
is what it is.
I know. I got another question for us though.
Mhm.
All right. So Mikey asks, question for both of you. When attending PRI, where do you recommend we stay for the hotel? Any other places we should check out while in town?
well, that's all on you.
Okay, that's fine.
As far as the hotel. Now, as far as everything else goes, because you pretty much hibernate at the hotel.
Oh,
most
yeah,
of
I
the
am
time,
so
and
sorry
then
that I
go
shoot
out.
like 50 videos while I'm, no, not 50. I shot 26 videos. No, we shot a heck of a lot more than that this year.
Yep.
It was in the 30s. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I'm getting up early. I'm at the show at 8 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, okay.
I'm there at
backing
11.
Up. Yeah.
Don't be hating.
Yeah, well, don't be hating. Anyway, here's what you guys know, because this has been a question of mine as well. Normally, booking hotel rooms for PRI happens in May. Clearly, we live in a different world right now, and so I had to look, because what I'm going to recommend is that you go through the PRI housing in order to book your hotel. And what I can tell you from my personal experience, I mark the date on my calendar and the time on my calendar. And the moment that PRI housing opens, I am on it, and I am like refreshing the screen to try to get my reservation.
So, what's our favorite hotel?
Well, I'm going to just say, first of all, you can stay anywhere downtown. Our favorite for the last few years has been the Hyatt.
Correct.
The Hyatt downtown, but we've stayed in a lot of those downtown hotels. Clearly, I prefer to be downtown than I do when the hotels downtown run out.
You don't want to be at the airport.
Then you're out at the airport, and there's a shuttle. So all I'm going to say is that PRI Housing, I looked on their website, and they're opening up in July this year to make those hotel reservations. Cool. I don't have a date yet. I am on their email list, and and that's a great tip right there, is just get on their email list to find out when they're when they open stuff up and make those announcements. They pretty much send out a weekly email newsletter, and it's worth reading. It's worth checking out.
But the Hyatt is badass.
I love the Hyatt. Yeah, I mean, we're across the street.
Right across the street. You can walk over there, or you can go with the what is that?
The Skywalk.
Skywalk.
Yeah, we're really close to the mall there. The Weber Grill is across the street, so that Steve can go there. 6 nights out of 5.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking about going out to places, Weber Grill, I mean that's my go-to. Every time. I don't care about Ruth's Chris and
we go there.
We go there,
Dick's,
but
Dick's Last Resort for lunch.
I do not care about that shit. Weber Grill beats them all. Yeah. My opinion.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Here we go. So here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think VP98 is a good fuel for 602 crates we run in New York? That's Bobby asking that question.
What in comparison to what? What's the fuel rule?
Yeah, we don't know. So.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm asking, is what the fuel rule is. I mean, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that would. I think a thing to look at. Why don't we just ask this question then, Steve? If your choice of fuel is open to whatever you want it to be, whatever you want.
Right.
Let's just go down the list of what fuels we preferred for especially for a 602.
Methanol number one.
Yeah.
But obviously that does not exist on the East Coast.
Well, and honestly, it doesn't really exist for 602s unless you're in some series that I'm not.
Well,
aware of.
It's going to be methanol first, either a really highly potent E85, like not pump gas E85, but like a, VP or whoever produced E85.
Yeah,
and then
you really like the X85 these days.
Well, I do. I'm a big fan of that. But then, oxygenated race gas. So the two of them, like I said, I've said this multiple times on here, they'll pretty much, back to back run the same on a dyno. All things being the same.
Great. Okay.
But what was the fuel? Was it VP98?
Yeah. Well, and then with that, I don't know that we'd go with the 98. We'd go with a 110 if you can run a 110.
Oh God, no. No, not 110. No, 98's it'll make way more power than 110.
Really? Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
110 does not belong on a crate engine. I mean, you've got series and tracks and stuff like that suggest 110 or it's their mandatory deal 110. No, it's like garbage.
I learned things on this show too that I didn't know. All right. Okay, so Mark asks, hope you're both well. Do y'all have a plumbing kit for adding water lines to the side of the head to water pump or thermostat housing on a 604?
You do not need the water lines on the side of the head. It literally does nothing. If you were gonna do anything, it would need to be the side of the block, but it would also need to be -12 line going from the water pump to the side of the block, not the little 1/8" pipe plug in the side of the block, and you have to be halfway up the block. I mean, it's nothing that it's a waste of time.
Great.
So do not waste your money trying to plumb the cylinder head to the water pump. It does nothing.
Good to know. Next up, so from Chuck asks, do you prefer a 650 CFM or a 750 CFM carb on a 604 running 110 gas?
If it's a billet center section. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely go with that. Like, everybody's gone to billet center section stuff. I mean, there's a few rules around right now where you still have to run like HP style center sections, but even then, I mean, considering crate racing, most races are won on starts and restarts. I would still go with the 650.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We got to recap on that VP98 question
Okay.
here. So Bobby says, better than pump gas, can't use over 105 octane, and have to use a VP product.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go with the 98.
Okay.
No, I'm totally on board with that.
John Waters is here on the
good
show.
Lord, Waters.
So John
That's
Waters.
Waters.
You know,
Hey,
I never put together the fact that his name was Waters.
You know
based
what
on the water
you know what I've not seen this week is John Waters on Russ King's, Russ King photo of the week thing.
No, I do not.
No, it's a total thing because like 9 times out of 10, Waters is in there somewhere.
Oh.
Like last week, he was in the background, looking all goofy. It was pretty hilarious.
Oh. Well, John Waters has a comment for you,
Okay.
Steve. He says, Steve, I hope you didn't pay for that haircut.
It's my John Waters haircut. You see how that shit goes right there?
Oh my god. Oh wow. Wow.
So I went to the barbershop this week. I actually got to get my haircut. And I went in there and I went, hey, I want a John Waters haircut. They knew exactly who I was talking about.
Oh my gosh. I think you're adorable.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. We got Alex in the side wings here. He says he
Yeah.
doesn't. So I have another serious topic for you to talk about.
All right, cool.
Or do you want a serious topic or a not serious topic?
I don't care.
You don't care.
It's Sunday, so
I know.
we're hanging out, drinking beer, and drinking Bloody Marys.
I know,
so
and
we're good.
and we had like tech issues and drama. So, we started a conversation last week that we didn't really finish because then we were like on the spot and we couldn't.
Oh, so we
remember.
like wrote this shit down this week.
We prepared with a couple little notes. So a question of the week is, what words or phrases do you never want to hear again?
Right.
Well, I'm going to kick it off and say social distancing. Over it.
Yeah, I'm like way over that.
Yeah.
It's like total bullshit. So.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
Just over it. Ready to move on. How about you?
Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci. I never want to hear either of those two names ever again, either in conjunction with each other or separately.
With you. Okay, I never want to hear the phrase PPE. I didn't know what it was before, and I don't want to ever hear it again.
It sounds like somebody pissing on somebody, is what it sounds like to me.
Okay, next up.
Yeah. CDC.
I'm not going to keep that on my list, my personal list.
It's on my personal list because they're a bunch of freaking lying assholes, so there you go.
They're safe. Okay, new normal. It's one I don't want to hear again.
Well, no, obviously.
I want now normal.
Yeah. No, I just want back to
I just want normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My next one would be phase anything. Because to me, like, phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3 is like, all these assholes out there trying to sell you shit for crate engines or whatever. It's like, what do you call it?
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Any of the phases, yeah.
It's
like
not a phase, but what's it called, Alex?
Generations.
No, what's it called?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like phase 1, phase 2, but it's like, you
different versions, basically.
it's
yeah.
like bullshit. Damn it, you can't even think of it.
I can't even think of it.
It's like, I don't know, what the hell you call it? Package 1 or package 2 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know. What you're
It's
talking
completely insane. I mean, it's like stupid.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But
So
we're just gonna go with
phase
phases.
anything drives me crazy.
Okay, I never want to hear coronavirus or COVID-19 again.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I never want to hear Governor Cooper.
Yeah.
or insert your own governor of your state that has you locked down and is
on the
obviously
upside,
playing politics.
On the upside, I'm pretty sure that come November it'll be former Governor Cooper.
I bloody well hope so.
Okay,
Lord.
my next one is flatten the curve.
Yeah.
I never want to hear that one again.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not unless you got like a really big girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, or if I'm at the plastic surgeon. Okay, Darren's contributing here, and he says he doesn't want to hear, you do you. Okay, I'm going to say, like, that's a phrase that's in my office a lot. Like, hey, you do you. You do your thing, I'll do my thing,
exactly.
you do you.
Yeah.
You know, but I understand that's
no,
yours.
The one I don't want to hear again is, we're all in this together.
Oh.
You know what? Because we're not.
We're not.
You know why? Because you got all these people out there, I don't know, like rioting and shit right now. And they're sitting there going, no, we're not all in this together. We're out here, protesting whatever the hell's going on. But we're like, tearing up AutoZone and, taking over CNN headquarters, which is kind of funny.
That is the most hilarious thing. That is the news story of the week, as far as I'm concerned.
We can actually launch into that from
Yeah.
here, because the last few were like kind of shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, like we can actually launch into that. So I'm 100% with you, or with anybody that thinks that this stupid ass cop that kneeled on this dude's neck needs to be tried, convicted, and threw away for minimum manslaughter. Mm-hmm. I'd have been with all these people if they'd have gone to the Minneapolis Police Department and burned the shit down.
I agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, torched it.
Yeah.
No problem. But now when you start, like, attacking private businesses, now I'm pissed.
I agree.
And you lost the narrative.
Well, you shut down the conversation.
That's what happened.
So there
Shut down
is,
the conversation.
I mean, I just have one question, to be perfectly honest. What do they want?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, like, literally,
apparently
what
right
do
now,
these people want?
Apparently right now, free shit. So.
I just don't know. I've never known what Black Lives Matter really wanted.
Nobody does.
Other than riots and destruction.
George Soros money.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I don't know. I wonder if you have to claim that as employment and that it might impact your unemployment benefits.
You don't.
Can you be an independent contractor? Do you have to claim that on your taxes?
All right, that's enough racism for you, Kate. Let's go to the next question.
Oh, yeah, I know. And I really thought, secondly, after I put on my tank top today, I was like...
Oh, show them what it says.
My tank top says, not a pepper spray kind of girl.
Yeah.
It's from my Glock collection.
Yeah, she will shoot the shit out of you.
I have the whole Glock collection of tank tops.
That's why I'm so
and
scared
I love
of her.
them. You should be. You should be. You have every reason to.
I know.
Oh, it's so Chad answered your original phase thing. Stage 1 and stage 2.
Oh, that's it. Stages.
Stages.
Oh my god.
Stages.
I hate that.
Okay.
It's like we're all playing freaking Gran Turismo and it's stage 1 turbo kit and yeah, it's just
I don't know.
it's horrible.
Okay.
It's just horrible. Stages. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, and
Thank
actually
you.
we had a couple guys, Philip and Tim and all these guys got in here. And let's see. I've got more. Oh, Darren's getting ready for a barbecue with about 100 of his closest friends.
Awesome.
Love seeing that.
Yep.
Great.
Make sure you social distance.
Yeah. All right, here's a good question. Andrew asks, what is the difference between your carb and a David Smith carb that I sell? So it's a Hendren carb versus a David Smith carb.
I mean, honestly, probably not a whole lot, because what we ended up doing is, like, when we did our carburetor stuff for like our own Hendren Racing Engines carburetor, my brother Mike, because we're fortunate enough to like be able to see everyone's carburetors, we took the best of what we liked about all of them and made what we make now. Performance wise, probably not a lot of difference. I mean, honestly. Mm-hmm. But we just built what we thought was best. So
Great. Now,
and that's who I use. I mean, you know that. I mean,
recommended David.
I recommend everybody to David and Willie.
Yeah.
And You know, I also tell them we built our own, so you got the option of all three. And honestly, all three are going to win you races. You're not going to lose because you have one versus the other.
Well, I think one point to raise in that is that also you're equal opportunity in that you don't have to have a Hendron engine in order to have a Hendron carburetor.
Oh God, no. No.
You can just sell the carburetor separately with someone, and if they want you to do an engine, or if you even can do an engine for them, not all of their rules will allow that. No. Now, is yours a 650 CH or CFM with billet center section?
Primarily we use the 1250 center section, which is like Tech 650, and it's a billet center section, which is the same thing that me and David use. Willie makes his own.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different. I mean, but we're not talking like a lot different.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if you're looking for like the best of the best, any of the three do just fine. And I'll also include Tony at Stealth. I mean, if you can get a hold of him on the phone, he does a great carburetor as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of customers who have Stealth carburetors, and
absolutely.
And Tony's teamed up with Willie a little bit on some stuff, and so
Super Bowl stuff. Tony pushes that stuff, so I mean, no, it's all good.
I mean, I think it's a lot of people don't realize they see like all of us as competitors, and the truth is that so many of us are friends, and we compare notes.
Well, we all know each other. I mean,
how can we not know each other? And there's no need for us to. There's enough out there for everybody.
That's what always cracks me up. Like when people call me and they want to bitch about another engine builder that I mean, legitimately or not legitimately did them wrong.
Yeah.
I don't have a comment on that. So if they want to spend their money with me, I'll take their money. But odds are, most certified engine builders are good people that do a good job. So,
that is a really good point. So it was something we've shown before, but for the benefit of the fact that my video of that didn't work out really well. So Steve, the question I have for you is, tell us a little bit about what it means to be an approved engine builder. And, what kind of procedures you go through, what's on the line, and especially thinking about some of the series that are, or anybody who's thinking that that these engine builders are cheating up crate engines, things like that. So address that, talk about what you actually do and what's involved with being an approved engine builder and what's at stake.
Well, I mean, when you're approved per se through a series, that means that you sign a contract with that series. And when you sign a contract with that series, that means that you do everything by the GM book. GM issues a manual that you go by. If you deviate from that manual and you're caught deviating from that manual, you're out. You're done.
Well, and let's talk about when you're done.
Because we do roughly 140 to 160 engines a year. Well, this year we might not because of the COVID thing. But because we do that many a year, essentially our entire business runs off this. So I can't afford to cheat anything up. I mean nobody's gonna like offer me an extra X amount of money to cheat one up. It's not gonna happen. So that's essentially what we do. We go by the book.
Yeah.
And every engine builder out there who's approved is gonna do the same thing. Yeah, there's been guys caught and there's been guys thrown out, but odds are that's the guy that's doing, one or two engines a year who really doesn't know what he's doing, or has or whatever that gets thrown out. So now I did get asked a question yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, about current GM sealed engines versus bolted engines.
Right, because how long ago was that? Instead of, we had GM bolts, and then there was the RM bolts.
Off the top of my head, like 4 years ago.
Right.
So, like roughly 4 years ago, GM went to a different seal than the bolt. Mm-hmm. If you got a bolted engine, your shit's wore out. Time to get rebuilt. So, if you go to a race and some guy beats you with an engine with bolts in it, pull him, protest him, odds are you're going to win. Because those are the ones that are cheated up.
Yeah.
Not ones with series seals or GM seals.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. So would you say that some of these series that may still have those bolt rules in them, that maybe they take a look and say, hey, you got 2020 to race this, and then you either need to...
For me personally, I believe any racing series out there right now to date, if you got a bolted engine, you don't race.
Yeah.
That's how I would set my rules.
Well, and I think you make it very clear, because what we'd have to maybe show a picture or something of what the bolts looked like.
Well, you can do that later on.
For years. No. But I mean, I'm saying for the benefit of the series, perhaps this is a blog post we need to do on Crate Insider. We can share that as well.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I had a conversation. Like I said, I had a conversation yesterday with a tech man from a certain series, and this is like other than profab headers are awesome. This might be one of the only things that me and Hedgecock agree with.
Wow.
Because that was like, the other guy he talked to. And we both agree and say the same thing. Hedgecock meaning Eagle Racing Engines. So we both agree that the bolted engines are the illegal ones.
Yeah.
And we both agree that the shit should be done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because truthfully, if you're cheating, you're stealing.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And if you're cheating on an engine especially,
right,
then, yeah.
Correct. Now, predominantly, like in the southeast, northeast, mid-east, this stuff's getting policed rather well. I don't know, you go into IMCA country, it might be a different story. But, my my love with IMCA, so.
Yeah. I like to keep things positive and happy and hopeful.
Right.
On my podcasts and videos.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So we're just going to move on.
Okay.
All right, we got a new question here. If your class mandates an 80541 carb, a 650, why do you use a 750 base plate, and does your carb use a 750 base plate? Dave's asking.
Which carburetor?
80541.
All right, so yeah, that's like a HP center section. I'm not familiar with the part number, or the list number rather.
Yeah.
No, we do not use a 750. No, we don't actually. We use in our latest stuff, we've been using like a 390 center plate or base plate.
Oh.
We found, and this is me working directly with Willie, us sharing information, and we've actually picked up quite a bit on 604s.
Oh, 604s. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I mean, there's the 80541. I think
it's like an HP center section, like the newest one.
Oh, okay.
If I remember off the top of my head. I mean, I don't
I
right
could
now.
probably look it up, but yeah.
If I was at work, I could tell you, oh yeah, that's what it is.
But we're not working. We're drinking.
No, exactly.
Or we're hanging out with our friends.
Hanging out, telling the truth, and drinking beer and
Bloody Marys. Yes. Yes. Liz Bloody Marys. Yes.
So no, I mean, no, there's there's a lot more to the base plate thing than what you think, and no.
Yes.
Predominantly, we do not use the 750 base plate.
Now you used to. That used to be the kind of the way to go, wasn't it?
It was like the only way to go for quite a while until Willie started developing his own stuff.
Oh.
So he's like on the cutting edge of,
Willie's always on the cutting edge.
Well, yeah, and we've fortunately, because we're such good friends, and we've had a lot of time. I mean, my dad started the relationship with Willie years ago, and of course, when he passed away, then obviously me and Willie already knew each other, and we've always worked together and helped each other, and because of what he's done, he shares it with me, and then we apply it to what we do.
Well, and Willie's always been super supportive, him and his whole team of Crate Insider. And,
100%.
And, always
Absolutely.
open for an interview, gives me the first opportunity to announce things.
The cool thing is, you're like the one that announces everything first.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes out with something new. You're the one that is normally the one that...
Yeah, we normally shoot the video the day before the release.
Absolutely.
And then release it first thing in the morning. And, I really greatly appreciate that.
Correct.
So, he's always got something new at PRI.
Yep.
And we get the first dibs on it. So that's
well,
really
something new that
incredibly cool.
works.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between somebody that has something new that doesn't work and somebody that has something new that works.
You know, I think that's
And
where some confusion comes in.
His shit works.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's where some confusion comes in is that I do try to keep a real positive vibe with Crate Insider. We don't like to try to throw things under the bus, throw products under the bus.
Correct.
So a lot of times there's questions about things, and the answer is like, we just don't publish that. If the stuff doesn't work, maybe it works for somebody somewhere, but we're not going to say mean things about
Well, I mean,
people.
back to that question there. I mean, and how we're making this work is it's obviously is a smaller base plate, but we're doing paper
Okay.
to make it work, and we've seen quite a bit of improvement on 604.
Great. Now, have you even
And
tried
prob-
on
pro-
602s?
No, it's probably not something I do on a 525.
Okay.
But like a 604, 602, it's something that's worth looking at.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, I know it's worth looking at because I got it in my own kid's car. So,
Yeah.
I got it in my kid's car. I know it works.
Oh, no, it works, or he gets to be the guinea pig for everything.
Well, he's crash test dummy anyway, but
I thought of that phrase, but then I was like, I don't really want to say that about Alex.
no, but I already know.
Crash test
I know
dummy.
it works.
Guinea
That's
pig
why
is better than crash
that's
test
what
dummy.
we've always done, and what we do is if it's on my car, I know it works. I mean, if you want to buy it out of the car, then it's always for sale. So
Yeah.
that's how I have always dispelled the rumors that, oh, you got better shit than I got. Well, no, I don't. So it's for sale.
Everything's for sale. Yeah, everything's for sale. Yeah. So is there anything new this week with you between this last week and this week? There's no loaded question here. I'm just asking.
No,
I'm pretty much asking you a question.
No, you know how my week ended, so.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't even go in there.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah.
I don't, no, not personal drama.
Yeah,
I was just
I don't
going to
need to
talk about
talk
how
about
we've got some new videos on the Racing Rewind channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, you know that because you've raced in them.
Well,
So the
there's that.
Racing Rewind YouTube channel, and there are, I can't remember which ones we released this week, but probably something from Antioch, maybe something from Watsonville Speedway.
Probably. Then you got some shit coming up this week, right?
I do. A San Jose race is coming up on
Oh,
tomorrow.
that'll be like
San,
kind of a rare
San
one.
Jose Fairground Speedway. Kind of cool. I mean, it was a video that was produced back in the day, 1994. I only know all this. Normally, I can't remember anything, you guys, but I just edited it today and loaded it up. So
Yeah.
it's
like a lot of memories back then.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't actually watch it. I'll watch it after it's on YouTube. I just had to edit it.
I
get it out.
edited it, but I didn't watch it.
No.
I'm going to get more beer, by the way.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
So you're on your own.
Oh, well,
Oh,
wow.
and
First
check
time
out
I've...
my shorts that she bought me.
I did.
That's for Andy Garris right there.
Yeah.
She's always like bitching about my plaid shorts.
Yep, so I got him some new plaid shorts. They're awesome because he likes his plaid shorts, so be it. Yeah, so then there'll be some more racing from Antioch as well, I think is what's coming up later in the week on the Racing Rewind channel. One thing that I've put out this week is, besides Crate Insider, I have my own blog, and that is CrateInsider.com. And on there, I decided, people are really struggling with like how to make more money or how to build your business and things like that. So there's a blog post over there called 11 Ways to Build Multiple Streams of Income. And so I talk about the multiple streams of income that, I tell you what, I didn't even plan it. Like I used to listen to all that financial stuff and I didn't even plan this. It just like I would have another new idea. So I just go do the thing. That's how. And like, oh wow, I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna look it up and
No,
learn.
you wouldn't do the thing. You do all the things.
I do all the things. Yes, yes,
That's
I
how
do.
you work.
I do all the things. I didn't used to do all the things. I kept having more ideas,
Right.
and I'm really grateful that I can have an idea and
So
just go
what
do
are
it.
you coming up on? Like this week, you like your top 5 Tuesday thing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So what are you doing then?
I-
Are you gonna
I
give
will-
a preview or not? Or is it
Well,
a surprise?
you know what? To be honest, it's a total surprise to me too, because I won't know what's on Top 5 Tuesday until the morning of Tuesday. Tuesday morning is when I play on Top 5 Tuesday.
Interesting.
Because I want to be the most.
I never knew
up-to-date.
that because I don't watch it.
Yeah, no. Wow, thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks for that support. Yeah. No, it's no big deal. I really do. I mean, on Tuesday morning, it's on my calendar to plan Top 5 Tuesday. Then I do Top 5 Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it can be the most fresh and up to date.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God. Okay, so a couple questions here. So let's see. Terry's asking San Jose, Southern California. Yes. Do you want me to?
Yes. Yeah. Central California.
Central California.
Yeah. Just below San Francisco.
Shan joined after
I
John Waters.
saw her.
I saw Shan
frickin'
last
crazy
night.
ass.
So Shan is an official at Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina, where I was last night. She's also a member of our trivia team, and I saw Kay and her husband.
So what was her comment?
I'm gonna read it right now.
Yeah.
Shan says, "How about Steve's effed up COVID haircut? That's new." And I'll bet you probably have the same response for Shan. He did this on purpose. This is how he likes to get his haircut. I tell him that I would like to get it spiked because it looks pretty cool when it's spiked.
Right.
And he just doesn't always like to wear it that way.
I was like totally fucked up, but.
No, it looks good. Yeah.
Wow.
You were some gel away from
Wow.
making that happen.
Wow. All I got to say is go get some electrolysis, Shan. Or what is it? What's that called? Where, like, you know, they pluck them out one at a time?
Well, that's not electrolysis. Electrolysis is, well, actually, that's what her mom does.
Yeah, I know. So go to Mom's, get that shit done. Because it's been like 2 months. So
Well, you do that like when your eyebrows are growing together. Like
I'm
when
not
you
talking
got
about
unibrow.
eyebrows.
Yeah. Whatever. You need to worry about, you take care of your manscaping before you try to figure out womanscaping. You're in a whole nother realm right there.
I got that shit under control, trust me.
Okay.
I'm like 49, I'll be 50 in October. Figured it out.
Good for you. Good for you. Steve gets the gold star for the day. Bob wants to order some Hendren shirts in black. You can do that right on CrateInsider.com.
Yep, correct.
And let's see. Oh, your mom is here.
My mom.
And she says, I just saw Alex slip in the door. Hi to you too, Alex. So Alex,
Do you want to come over here and make an appearance, Alex?
Sure, I can.
Come on, slide over.
Yep, come on in.
All right.
We can slide.
I'm gonna slide like this way.
I'm gonna let Alex be in the middle here.
Yep.
And yeah, you just sit there. I'll figure out. I can figure all this out. You're good.
Because we had Mom on the show like Mother's Day.
We did.
So
We did. And I like to be way to the left here so that I can. Oh goodness gracious! What's spilled on my?
it's like some kind of jizz.
There's icky stuff. I don't know. It's like
No,
rusty.
that's-
I don't know. Alex was sitting over there.
That
so.
looks like.
No, it's just like my stuff.
Are you sure?
We got rusty water going on here.
Mm.
All right.
Anyways, Alex, tell us what
What
you're
up?
doing.
Hopefully racing for the first time. We went out to practice about a month ago, and with our
You're
new,
not in the picture, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
I'm good. Alex can be
Slide
the.
over.
I
Travis,
can lean.
All right.
but we went out to practice with our new car here about a month ago, and showed some really good speed. So now we're just going to try to fine tune it, and hopefully be able to race sometime next weekend. Show them what we got, I guess,
Or don't have.
or don't have. I don't know.
However that
We'll
works.
figure it out.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Will you show us your eyeballs? I know you're a cool race car driver and everything, but there
I
we
know, I'm trying
go.
There we go. I got a shaggy head.
And your
so
long girl hair.
trying to make up for it with the sunglasses,
Yep.
but
Yep.
I need to get that taken care of tomorrow.
So,
hopefully.
like, the plan is next week to like go test maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. To test Thursday. We in the works of getting Cherokee Speedway rented out so we can go and, like I said, fine tune and hopefully get ready for this next coming Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
I'm hoping so.
Get some footage and you're developing some fans out there, and we got your racing page and your website and yeah.
Yeah, we got
Beef
a lot-
jerky.
Oh yeah, no, we got a lot of stuff in the works going on now. So hopefully we can just expand on all that and make it better than it already is. Like I said, the beef jerky stuff's probably going to take off. I know it will. I mean, I actually have to probably get with somebody and get some more coming because that stuff's actually going really quick. So
Get with somebody. You mean Kate?
yeah, get with somebody here.
Yeah,
No,
I
in the
know
beginning.
somebody.
Yeah.
she knows the person.
That's the way it goes. So let's see. Oh, Bob says his cancer's gone, but if it returns, it can't be stopped. I'm feeling much better. Bob, Great
Awesome.
news.
Yep.
Great news. We all agree that the cancer sucks, and
Yep.
thank you so much for being part of the show here, and glad
Absolutely.
we can give you a shout out. Love to see you back on the track.
So, how's your Daytona 1 challenge deal worked out?
Really exciting. We've got a new announcement that's going to come out this week with the people who already participated in the challenge. I don't want to give up all the details yet because we're still figuring it out, but the Cliff Notes version of that is of the people who participated, we're looking at doing like a big grand prize.
Nice.
And it was something that wasn't even part of it. And I'm so grateful for the racers who stepped up. There's so many that did their very first video because of this challenge.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you do a video, you get free stuff.
Yeah.
That's how it worked. I mean,
it is. And not only that, but you get a whole lot more free stuff, even outside of this challenge.
Correct.
And I mean, I could ask you, Alex, I kind of pushed you into that whole realm of doing video.
Right.
I mean, clearly, so for anybody who doesn't know, Alex is Steve's son, and I brought him on to help me with some video editing and being my cameraman for some stuff. Gosh, has it been a year and a half ago already?
Yeah, better part of it. Yeah.
probably longer than that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got almost going on 2 years.
Yeah, now.
And then,
But he's been at PRI twice.
yeah,
So
he has.
it's
must
been
have
more
been
than, it's
bad.
probably 2.5, 3 years.
It was right before then. But anyway, you didn't really want to get in front of the camera yourself. You're fine with being cameraman, and
Oh, yeah.
you learned some basic editing, and you expanded from that because it's kind of how that goes. We all start with this learning the core of something, and then just gets out of control at some point. And not that it's out of control. But
So anyways, that challenge went good.
yeah, it did. I think so.
I had a lot of fun with it. I know I definitely did. I made a video for that whole thing too, and I got into full character there. I got a horse mask off the online deal there, and that was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed that. That was one of my more fun videos I've made. So definitely shout out to Daytona 1 and you for putting that stuff on. That's a really good deal you guys are doing for everybody, and I know they can benefit off of that. And once you get past your first video, it gets easier each time you do it. So
Right.
you can definitely benefit off of it.
Well, I know. Like when me and Kate sat here one day, I don't know. It was like the second or third week of the whole COVID lockdown bullshit thing, and you're like, "You want to go live?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to be on video."
You've never wanted to be on
No.
any of my videos.
No.
But what it was is that you and I were having a pretty sparky conversation, and it's like, you know what? I'll bet other people would like to hear this conversation and be part of it.
Well, true. And then we
turned on the camera.
You did the whole thing about the name the show and all that stuff, and it kind of got more exciting. And then we asked, as this lockdown crap started to release a little bit, hey, do you want us to continue this? And we decided we would, and
Here we are.
it's been kind of fun to me, honestly.
Yeah.
And I never thought it would be. I thought it would be like, oh, hey, I go on there one time and
Yeah.
cuss a bunch and drink a bunch of beer and be me. And no, it turned into something else that's been pretty cool so far.
Well, I'm glad to do the show. I think we have a lot of fun with it. I think we probably
Although
pretty
you
much
still
wrapped up.
bitch at me for
I
cussing.
do.
Yeah.
I do, and I'm
Yeah,
going
you do
to.
it a lot.
But unfortunately, it's like the way I talk. Honestly, good or bad, it's just how I talk.
I want you to be mostly authentic.
Well, that's what I. Yeah, you want to see me? This is me right here. So
About as real as it gets. I live with him. It's exactly.
I've never cussed at you.
All right. We'll go with that, I guess.
Yeah.
While giving you life advice, I've never cussed at you.
True. Yeah, you have.
There we
Definitely
go.
have. It's all been right for the most part. So and if
Well,
it hasn't been, I figured it out for myself.
No, if it's like take the trash out, I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
Then you say swear words.
then I say a lot of swear words.
yeah.
Well, I think we're going to be grilling out tonight.
Because that's
It's a
why we have.
beautiful day.
Well, that's why we have kids. We have kids who do shit for us.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 cats. I don't know that works out well. Boo Boo and Pippi, they don't.
I don't know. They capture lizards and mice and bugs and all sorts of shit and bring it to you. So,
They love me.
Right, exactly. Well, they do shit for you
Yep. Yeah, they do. They do.
because they want you to eat what they brought you.
Yeah. No, I don't even
They're
know
running
about
your
that.
keep is what they're doing.
Right.
I guess. Hey, I'm going to be covered in the event of a zombie apocalypse. There will be at least some.
Oh yeah, you're gonna eat.
I
Trust
will.
me.
It'll be gross,
Might
but I'll
be
eat.
might
You'll
be
eat.
mice and lizards.
Oh,
I think
God.
the live bird tops everything.
Oh yeah, the live bird. Yeah.
The live bird was a good one. Alrighty, well I think we could wrap up the show. We got some barbecuing to do. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you obviously to Steve for your time. Thanks, Alex, for making a guest appearance here. And
I had
all of
nothing
you.
else to do.
Well,
I didn't either.
there you go.
I'll sit in the corner.
Thank you. I'm so glad to know that I'm
Yeah.
part of that. You didn't have anything else to do.
Well,
situation.
watch that race and rewind thing. And here, look. Here's my shirt today. I don't know if everybody can see it.
It says got
It says
dirt.
"Got Dirt."
Question
All right.
mark.
Yeah, question mark. I do want to say that, like, this shirt was made to me by a woman named Cindy Dellinger back in 2010,
That's
actually.
a long time ago.
Wow.
And she made this for me because she was like a super race fan of mine. She'd come by my trailer every night, her and her daughter, and they'd hang out with us, a little bit before the races and after the races. She came there always with her dad and her daughter and friends, and she made this shirt for me, and she passed away, I think, in 2015 or 2016.
Oh.
And so that's why I got the shirt on.
Gotcha. And on the back it says Hendren with a big 29,
Yeah.
almost like a football jersey.
So-
and that's pretty cool.
So it's one of the shirts I take care of. I'll put it that way.
It does, and it's one you wear quite a lot because it's special to you.
Well, it's completely special to me. But anyways, I mean, if you have fans like that, take care of those fans because you'll always remember them, like I will always remember her.
Awesome. I think on that note, we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Wrap up this edition of Unsealed Life Beyond the Bolts on May 30th. It's the last day, 31st.
Yeah.
Last day of the month.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next Sunday.
Shit's about to get real now because it's going to get humid here.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
alright.
it will. We might have to take the show inside.
I'm sweating.
Might
just
have.
sitting here.
Yeah, we're going to have to take the show inside probably.
That's okay.
It's gonna be
we'll,
ugly.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure
Yep.
it out. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Later.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you.